is a pretty cool Mount Edna Caves National Park. Some pretty cool walkways and tracks, and of course the caves themselves. Yeah, there's different ways you can go. There's the easy route, which you can just take a nice meandering stroll. It's guided. Or there's I don't know if I'd say a more extreme way, but there's a slightly more advanced way of getting through the caves with little holes and things you got to try and crawl through and climb up and climb down. Some tight fit. So yeah, I mean, they're pretty cool. There's actually like a little mini chapel inside the caves that they've made, and I believe people have been married in there. One of the topics around the caves when we were walking through them was they asked, what do you think we're walking on? And there is a funny smell in there, and as you can imagine with a cave, there are bats in the cave, so a good layer of bat droppings on the ground. But yeah, that would explain the funny odour through there. So yeah, anyway, you can go online and search that up, have a look. The caves, well worth a look if you're ever visiting, travelling through Rockhampton. We're just out of Rocky, just north at Edna. It's only a stone's throw away. But as I say, it's pretty cool. I enjoyed it. Road conditions look pretty good at the moment. Traffic's pretty light. It is early, it's just gone 10 past 8. I'm not very full today. So a little bit light than normal, which is good. Should help me get along. And yeah, hopefully we can have a good trip. And enjoy the view. The next little town I come through is going to be Yamba. It's good for caravanners, they tend to stop there. You might see a few parked up. Someone's getting a swimming pool. Wouldn't mind one myself up here, it gets pretty hot. So yeah, Yamba's next, and then Marlborough. My next big town that I'll come to will be Serena. But that's a good 3 hours away. Three and a bit hours away. Clearview's before that. And then we'll be into Mackay. I'm going to go to Mackay and stop at the Ampole, and I'll fill her up with diesel, and that'll get me through the rest of the way to Townsville. I'm going to go straight to the delivery site today and offload, and then head round to my accommodation for the night. Well, that's enough chit chat. Let's get on with it. little subject I want to bring up, and I'd be interested in getting some feedback or your guys' thoughts on it. But before I talk about it, I'll just give you a little bit of a backstory. So back in New Zealand, I was driving a truck and trailer unit from Palmerston North to New Plymouth, which is about the same as Rocky to Mackay. Didn't take me quite as long because I was leaving at 3 in the morning, and there was next to no one on the road, so I had a clear run. But on the way home I always had a bit of traffic. But that particular region I was travelling in was more farmland, rural, dairy farmers, and something I used to have to share the road with was a lot of farm equipment, tractors and combine harvesters and things like that, the things of that nature. And they're very, very slow moving, so they can't get anywhere near the open road speed limit. So when you come up on them, you come up on them pretty quick. To be honest, they made a pretty good effort moving over. On this run, I don't really struggle with farm equipment, farm tractors. What I do come across a lot of are caravans. Now, for me personally, what I do, travelling in this heavy vehicle, right, I'm constantly monitoring what's behind me, keeping an eye on what's catching up to me. And it may be a car, motorbike, truck, caravan, ute, whatever it is. Also what's coming in front of me. And at the moment I feel it's safe for the travelling people behind me to get past, I'll give them a little flick with my indicator, and then I'll come out of the throttle. I'll move over to the left as much as I can to give them a bit of an extra view of what's in front of me, so they can also assess whether or not they can get by. But I make sure there's plenty of room in front for them to do it, and I'll even assist them with a bit of brake pedal once they actually start passing me, just to help them get past me that much quicker, and they can get on with their travel, and then I can get back up to speed and get on with mine. And in some cases, especially with an overtaking lane, I'll come right out of the throttle, give it a bit of brake, and let as many as I can get by as quickly as possible. And in other circumstances, something that is really good on these Queensland roads is there's a lot of truck parking on the sides of the road, on the edge of the road. So I'll see that coming up as well, and I'll indicate that I'm going to get out and I'm going to move out into that truck parking, and again I'll use that as a way to let traffic past. As you can see coming up here on the left, I don't know if you can make it out yet, but there's a pull out for trucks to park. 300 metres up here on the left, and these are designed so that truckies can have their can work on their fatigue management and pull over and have their 15-minute or half-hour fatigue management break. Caravans often use them as well, which is fine. I mean, they're there for everyone to use. I'm not the quickest vehicle on the road sometimes, and remembering that everyone's got a right to use the road, I try and get out of their way so they can have that right. There's a guy passing me now. I'll just come out of the throttle just so he can get by me a little quicker and get on with his journey safely. And I can also jump on the two-way radio on channel 40 and I'll talk to whoever's behind me or coming up on me, and let them know what my intentions are to help them get by as quick as possible. A lot of caravans don't often monitor the channel 40, which is a bit of a problem, because I like to let them know what I'm doing. Now that may also be when I want to overtake a caravan. I'll get on channel 40 and just let them know I'm coming up and I'm intending to pass them as soon as I get a chance, whether it be an overtaking lane or I can see there's nothing ahead of them. And I would also hope that they would give me the respect and they would come out of the throttle or even apply a little bit of brake pressure, and that'll let me get by them as quickly as possible too. Alright, we've got a clear road here, I'm going to have a go. This one car. And good boy, he's on the brakes. That was perfect. As soon as I got out around him, he was on the brakes. Thanks for that, old mate.
No problem, mate.
And he was on channel, which was even better.
At least you didn't swear at me.
No, you were good, mate. No worries at all.
Come through again after this guy, bro.
Again, that was awesome too. Thanks guys, have safe travels, eh?
Yeah, mate.
Well, there you go. They couldn't have worked better. I could see they come off the throttle and allow me to get by them quick. One of them even applied a bit of brake pressure to assist me to get past even quicker. So a little verbal thank you just goes a long way. And that is what I would say is the best result. Both those guys understood what was happening around them. They were observant, they were helpful, and that's how it needs to work. So kudos to those guys. But it doesn't always go that way. Unfortunately, yeah. this might be the second or last time I'm going to be at this depot because they're moving to a new site. So it's just through these lights. I'm going to hang a left and we'll be there. Right in here. Use this guy's yard to turn around. Yeah, right here. There's a little sentry truck. look at this car here. An old Chevy, isn't that cool? I like the white wall tyres too. Actually, I don't mind the whole thing. The colour's not my favourite choice, but a Bel Air, that's nice. 56. 56 Bel-Air. So yeah, here we are, we're at the bowling barn. This is my accommodation. I think I've probably said this many times. But those of you that haven't seen it, she's a bit tight around here. But we'll get in. Get in, son. Come around here. Nice big rig there on the lawn. I don't normally like parking on the lawn because it tends to rain, and if it rains you get bogged, but I normally park out here on the driveway, but I'll park on the lawn tonight, what the hell. I don't know how soft it is because I've had rain. That's alright. I'll come and park down beside Big Rig here. Probably straighten it up a bit. And there we are. Hi guys. That's it for tonight. I'm going to go and sort out my room and get some dinner, and I'll head off early in the morning. Yeah, I'll probably get away 4 o'clock in the morning, something like that. Get up early and get home, head back down to Rocky. No stops, just for fuel. I'll get some fuel on the way out, and then I'll get some fuel back in Mackay, just to get me back down to Banaraby on Wednesday. But yeah, so it's been a good trip anyway. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, give it a thumbs up for me. Appreciate that. I quite like seeing the old thumbs up because it means I'm doing something that you like, and you know, it's encouraging. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the trip, and we'll do it again. See you on the next one.